Welcome to These Nuts Garage, and today we're going to be installing some, what are those called? Coverado seat covers on this 2019 Ford F-150. All right, like I said in the intro, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be installing some seat covers on this 2019 Ford F-150. Now, Coverado had sent me some seat covers about a year ago that I put in my pickup truck, and they reached out to me again and wanted me to try out this new set that's actually a lot better than the set that I got. So I'm kind of jealous now because I told my son-in-law he could have these because I already have a set, and then I realized they're really nice, and I'm kind of jealous. So let's go ahead and stick these in these trucks. All right, so here's the box, and I've kind of opened it up a little bit, but I don't know who this was shipped by, FedEx or Gorilla. Now, whoever it was, they kind of did a number on the box. So to unbox it, I just had to just open this in and it comes right out. Now they come in this big bag right here. I think the last ones I got was like half this size. So let's open this up and we'll kind of sort through them, and I'll show you on the camera what we have. It's a good storage bag if you don't want to keep them on there all the time, I guess. All right, so we're going to pull these out. This first pack is going to be your front seats, and you have slide these out like the way they got them packaged in there, I guess. This is going to be the upper, and you can tell too the side with a little tag right there, that's going to be for the outer side. So this is probably the driver's side, and that right there is, well, I would say it's for the airbag, so when it comes out you know that this goes on the airbag side, but I think both sides are made the same, so maybe it don't matter. So then you slide these out. Of course, there's going to be the upper part of the front seat, number 2. And then these are the bottom parts of the seat. Driver and passenger, same as well. There's going to be the other side. And here's our headrests. Got all of our different headrests. Looks like inside the bag we got some directions and some of these things. These are going to be for when you're strapping it, running the straps. It kind of probably helps them crisscross and all that kind of stuff. Probably need to read these directions. Got a lot of pictures. I love pictures. I just wish they would make the books a little bigger, because when you get older you can't see nothing. You just can't read that, Charlie. You're young and got good eyes. At least you got one good eye. So then that you got the back seat, this right here is probably going to be the driver's side, because this is for your, you know, some of the trucks, they have the flop down armrest in the middle, and that's what this is going to be for. If your truck doesn't have the armrest that folds down, you just leave it zipped up all the time. I'm getting attacked, man. And then this will be the passenger side upper. And then this will be the, we'll say, the driver's side lower. And then that'll be the passenger side lower. And the one thing I like about, stop making all that racket, this particular set, the set they sent me before, when you had the back seat up, there was a zipper that connected both sides of the seats together. And that was kind of inconvenient when you're on one side of the truck and you go to flip them up and you got to reach in there and undo that zipper. These are not like that. These are all independent of each other, so you can flip up the driver's side, let it down, flip up the passenger side, let it down, and you don't have to worry about fooling with that zipper that my other set had. So we'll go around here and we'll start on the front seats of the truck, and what I'll do is I'm going to do one seat on time lapse. We'll get it done, and then we'll come back, and then I'll show you how to do the other seat, which is going to be the same way. Just so that way I can practice on one seat, and then when I got it all figured out, I can show y'all how exactly to do it. Alrighty, so here's your front headrest. We got the driver's side in. It's going to be kind of difficult to show you on camera what we're exactly doing, but we'll try. So this is going to be the lower seat right here, and you have these two clips. We're going to undo those, just leave them undone. And then on the front, you have these two little straps. Well, we need some little metal clips on the front of it. These little hooks. Now these little hooks, they spread apart ever so gently. And what we want, since this is the front of the seat, we want the hooks to be going like that, facing back. So when we pull it underneath the seat, we can hook somewhere up underneath it. These things are, I guess I could take a penny or a dime. Better to do this now than it is when we're putting them in. There we go. Come on there. Look at that. I pulled it halfway out. All right, there we go. It's supposed to be like that. See? So when we go down underneath the seat, the hook can grab. I'll do the other side the same way. Boy, I just popped right on there. Getting good at it. All right, so now we got that done. Throw it to the side. Now the upper part, you have 3 loops. We want to stick in our Ninja throwing stars. What I remember. You remember Ninja throwing stars? Did y'all have them as a kid? Boy, I throw them things. I thought I was a ninja. I wasn't a very good ninja, but I thought I was one. You thought you was the bee's knees, man. Everybody go out and buy all them good Ninja throwing stars. Cheap crap. The ninjas really use those?
Yes, they do.
I wonder if it's a requirement. What if you had a cheap set? They probably got good sets.
I don't think they use smoke bombs though.
I wonder what they do for a regular job. I mean, 'cause they're not getting paid to be a ninja. You know, it's kind of like Batman. He's Bruce Wayne. So what does ninjas do in their daytime? Oh, look at that. I missed one. I put it on the wrong strap. I just wondered things I think about. You know? All right, so then you're gonna have 2 more loops, and we're gonna put our other 2 little metal hooks on there. The same way, we wanna be able to pull them. When we pull them underneath the seat, we want them to be able to hook. So we're gonna wanna go like, since this is the back of the seat, we're gonna go like this with the hook. Well, I'm getting good at this. I tell you what, I get me a job in a factory doing these little hooks. Maybe this is what ninjas do in their day job. Practice hooking, because you know what, hooking ain't easy. All right, so we're going to move our camera around there to the passenger side, and we'll kind of try to show you this from a view. We'll try our best. Now go ahead, because with this set, of seat covers. We can unbutton these, and this will actually just slip over the headrest. You don't even have to take the headrest out like my other set. These just unsnap, and we'll just slide it over. All right, so this camera angle is not good, so forgive me. So basically, we're just going to take this seat cover, and we're going to slide it over. Charlie is in the back. He's going to be the guide for the back. So we're just going to take it and slip it over the seat. I don't know if y'all can see that. Let me raise it up a little bit. Just slipping it right over the top of this headrest. We probably need to go ahead and raise our headrest up a little bit. Give us some play up there. I know. Now you see we have our 3 little hooks. And what we're going to do is I'm going to tilt this camera back down. Sorry. I'm going to go in on the other side and see if I can't get a better. That way I'm not all in the camera. So we got these 3. What we're going to do is in between the seat down here, right in this area, we're going to shove it all the way through as far as we can. Now there are some factory straps back there that I'll have to go back there and deal with here in a second. You just kind of push them through with your hands.
You want me to go ahead and undo the strap?
Yeah. So the factory has 2 little straps that are on the back that hold the back of the seat down. You'll need to kind of, don't cut them, whatever you do. You'll kind of have to see where the factory has them looped around. There's a little tab on each one of them. And you have to undo it around the little tab. And what that'll do is allow that flap to kick up. And I'll show you that here in just a second. But once you raise that little flap up, then you can pull those tabs on through the way we need to. So let him get this back, these little straps undone, and then we'll jump back here. All right, so you got a bird's eye view up there. So before you go and put on the straps on the back that hold the little flaps down, don't do that until after you get the bottom part of the seat in. We just had to undo the airbag, pull the airbag plug down. Don't disconnect it. And then undo our straps so that way we can fish these little clasps in. So you got a clasp here, and these buckle together. So we're gonna just try to push them through with our hands through the seat, the crease of the seat. And once Charlie gets them in his hand, then we'll go to step 2. Now, you're gonna see around this seat belt, there's a little bungee strap that holds the seat belt in place. Kind of push that seat belt back through it so that way it's out of the way. We need to, right here in this seat, we need to pull this apart, and this part of the buckle we need to push down through the seat. And what you're going to do is you're going to buckle this to the other part that we just pushed through this part of the seat. Charlie's got that. He's going to buckle them together. We're going to do the same thing over here. You just kind of push that seat up and you'll see a gap right there. Can't see it on the camera, but you'll be able to see it when you start installing it. And you may need a flashlight down there, when you're doing this. Just going to get that buckled up. And then what we're going to do, we're just going to lay this seat up. We're just going to kind of put our hands and push this part of the seat cover into the back of the seat. Push it a little bit further than you need to, and then you can kind of wiggle it out. And what that'll do is that'll kind of stretch it where it needs to be. Now remember these 2 little hooks? We're going to kind of fit the seat cover around it, the seat on both sides. Let's go ahead and push our seat belt back through the little factory bungee strap here. And all that bungee strap does is just keep that let's just take it off. Let's just leave it out, because the seat cover will fit better. All that little bungee strap does is just keep the seat belt moving with the seat when you move it forward and backwards. I'm just going to kind of, it'll fit better if we do it like that. It would have been nice if they would have put a little strap on this to replace that factory one. Maybe that's an idea for them. Need to pull that seat like that a little bit. Yeah. Just trying to make sure it's got a really nice fit, you know. So then what we'll do, we have our little hooks in the front up here. We're just gonna reach down below the seat somewhere pretty far back and hook them through a little hole or something that'll hold them. Got that one. Oh, I am hooked on that. All right, so we got those hooked into the underneath the seat. There's a little metal bar that runs through there. I got it hooked on that. Just when you're hooking those little hooks to something, don't hook them to wires. Don't do that. Make sure you're either on one of the holes that's built into the little plastic clips, or you're actually on the holes that are in the metal framing of the seat. Also, if you have power seats, make sure that you're not hooking them to something that's not moving with the seat. You want it to be attached to the seat underneath the underside, not like the frame. Because if it's a powered seat or a sliding seat and you attach it to something lower than the slides, it'll mess your seats up, or the straps that are holding them down. So that's the front. I mean, as far as the fitment goes, the lower part of the seat fits really well. When you have these seats like this, and even the ones I got before, they do like to puff up in the middle because they don't have anything that holds them in, like hog clips or anything like that. So you do get a little puffiness right here, but as you kind of sit in them for a while, they'll kind of mold to fit, you know. So I would just kind of keep an eye on that. They'll kind of calm down once you start sitting in them and they start stretching out. So let's go to the back here, and we'll start on installing the let's get this. We got to get our headrest. Woo. All right, about forgot about that. My allergies. All right, so here's our headrest, and what we take, you see the front is longer. Looks like a knight's helmet, you know. The knights that say me. So you just slip it over like this. You see there's a Velcro strap. What you kind of want to do is just tuck it up underneath it. It's kind of hard to see, but just kind of tuck it up. See, like that. Am I pushing it up in there like that? And then get if I can hold it like that, and you just push it like that, and then it just kind of straps her down. And then just push the seat headrest back down. Bam! You got a leathery headrest. All right, so let's jump back here. All right, so here's the problem you're gonna run into, and I'm gonna tell you how to fix it. This isn't a sponsor or anything, but they're gonna want you to fold this seat right here down. On the driver's side of these Ford trucks, this does not fold down like that side. And what you have to do is you have to, it's a two-stage thing. So this seat is up, and then you have to fold this seat up. And as you fold this seat up, watch the back of this seat. It's going to come forward. And then you got to take the headrest out, and then you got to stick your hand back here. And when you stick your hand back here, what you're going to be looking for is this. This right here. Well, turn my hand, sorry. You're going to want to pull this right here up. Like that and that. And what it'll do is it'll allow it to, especially this little side right here, it'll allow it to pop loose, and then you'll want to fold the bottom seat down and then this seat. Built Right Industries sells a kit for this truck that will allow you to pop this seat down anytime you want, like the passenger side one. And what it does is it has a little strap that comes up behind your seat, and you can pull it, and this will fold down. A lot of the higher end Lariats, XLTs, maybe XLTs, but Lariats, King Ranches, Platinums, Limiteds, they have a subwoofer back here, and I guess they don't want you getting to it, so they make it to where you can't open the back of the truck. So now that we got this done, we will start to work on these seats, the driver's side and the passenger side. We'll be right back, and I'll show you how to install these covers. All right, so here's our directions. Now this is the passenger side because it is a single seat. And what we got to do is you have these little clasps like this, and then you have two at the top up here like this. And when we do this, these are basically going to stretch through this when we get them underneath the seat, and they'll click like that right there. What we'll do is we'll install this and have that seat up so that way you can see what we're doing. And basically the top side is the same way. These straps will actually run through these straps on both sides, and these will connect. These will run through these two straps and connect there. So that way it's got it all tight fit. And this is the top one. We will need to remove your headrest from the truck because they have to go through those holes. So Mr. Charles, will you get in there and get rid of your headrests? Did we get the one in the middle out? Nope, it's still down. Okay, yeah. All right, we'll get those headrests out, and then we'll come back and show you how to install this passenger side set of these seat covers. All righty, so lay that bottom seat down. And put that on there how it's supposed to be, Charlie. So he's gonna shove those tabs through all the way to the back of the seat. And you can maybe pick up the bottom of that seat, and that may give it a little gap. Yeah, like that maybe, as you push them through there. I'm letting him do it since it's his truck. Now, once they're through, I wouldn't worry. As long as well, that didn't go through, did it?
Gap's up pretty high.
Yeah, it kind of ramps up in there. Yeah. All right, now once he's got them, yeah, do it just like he's got it there. Yep. Don't worry about the fitment just yet. You just want to get them clasps done. He's going to pull that.
Do we want to crisscross applesauce?
We might do that after we get it hooked up. Because we would use one of them little Ninja Stars. Now we can take a Ninja throwing star, and then he'll show you how to just kind of put it in the center of the seat, like that, and then just pull it to the other side. And yeah, you can do it like that. Well, I would do it like with the center. Yeah, that'll work right there. No. It'll untie.
So just do.
Yep. Now you run that one to the other side through it, like that, and then flip it down below it. See, now flip it down in that other hole right there, like that. Now twist it like that on both sides. Yeah, that'll work. That just kind of helps it. Now let the seat down, and now you can kind of adjust the fitment on it and see how that. Yeah, now get it centered up and how it fits, so that way it's, because it looks like it needs to be pulled your way a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. And as you sit on it, it'll adjust a little bit. All right, now grab the top part. Let me see if I can let this seat down so I can get a better camera view. Let me see if I can hop over here close. I'm the cameraman today. I usually don't have a cameraman. I usually am the cameraman. So you can see how he's got them pulled through. And you're just gonna overlap that. And same thing, just don't worry about the fitment until you get all the straps ran through the other straps. You can see how he's running it through there. And he's gonna clasp that. So ain't there two? There's another one. So there's another one right here. So we'll have to undo that, and at least part of it. And the one thing we'll kind of do too is we'll put one of them little ninja throwing stars on it to keep it out of the way of that latch. I'll hold one of them for him. We got another ninja throwing star. We'll just take that and somehow do it. Yeah, hold on, we gotta hook it through that side too, like that. Get it in that side too. Yeah, and then pull it like that right there over there. Yeah, like that. Now it's got a crisscross. Now we'll set it up and kind of adjust it to fit the seat the way you want it. All right, so we'll get this headrest on. That would be it. And then we'll put our headrest cover over that, and then we'll get this other side done. I'm gonna put this other side in on time lapse so we can get it all done, and then we'll come back and get it all kind of fitted a little bit better, so that way it'll be the finished product. We'll be right back. All right, so we got all the seat covers in. We realized we didn't do a before and after shot. So if you want to see what it looks like before, go back and watch the beginning of this video and you'll see it. Maybe I can go through there and take some photos out of the video and post them in up here in the corner. So anyway, we got them all in the front, got the headrest on. The seats look really good in the front. Like I said, this wheel they kind of get a little puffy, but this one is kind of settled in a little bit. Now these are covers, so that there's no way to hog tie them or hog clip them in because it's just a cover. So these will kind of settle down. The lower seat looks really nice. That's a really nice feel. Feels like, you know, if you spill some water or a Coke or something, it'd be easy to wipe up, especially when you got cloth seats. Now, as we move around to the back, let me walk over here real quick. Do the Vanna White. Now, we all got all of our headrests in, and then right here is this flap. If you unzip it on both sides, get my arm out of the way, it does raise up. So if you do have a center, you know, a cup holder that folds down, it does allow for that, but this truck doesn't have it, so we're just going to leave it zipped down. Now I'm going to let Charlie come around here. I'm going to get him a good viewing spot, and he's going to lift up this seat. So the strap on the bottom does not interfere with the operation of the seat, but the top does. And he's just going to fold it down. It's not latched, Charlie. So the latch for the upper part of the seat is way up here. There needs to be a hole sewn into the seat so that way this strap will poke through the side of the seat right here, like right there. I would cut it, but I'm afraid if we do that, what it'll do is it'll tear. So what he knows is to be able to, if he wants to pull this seat down, he'll just have to reach his hand around in there and pull that back and then pull that latch. But I will let the manufacturer know that it would be a good idea to kind of put a hole right here for that strap, because you will have to get into the back of the seat on this side, because that's where your jack's at and some other things. As far as that side goes, if you order the Built Right Industries release latch, it actually comes over the top of the seat, so it wouldn't interfere with the seat cover. So with that being said, that is one thing to be aware of, that this latch will be covered up by the seat. Now we'll go over here to the other side and check out the driver's side and the driver's side rear. Man, that looks good in there. I mean, it does look a lot sportier. What do you think, Charlie?
Love it.
He loves it. The man said he loves it. Yeah, I mean, you know, there's some dust in this seat right here from where we was pulling the stuff through, but I mean, overall, man, that looks sharp on this black truck, and that red pops. It says, I'm sporty, you know. Especially when somebody walks up to it and looks in there, they'll be like, man, that is sharp. Where'd he get them seat covers at? The link will be right up here at the top. And also, if you go on that link and you order something and you use these nuts as a promo code, you're going to save 10%. So go up here and click on that link and order these. I think these they're less than $200 a set, and you can get 10% off of whatever that is. You know, that's a deal. So like I said, this side does not lower, so your strap doesn't interfere with that. The other strap on this side is right here, so you can pull it there. It wouldn't be a bad idea for it to be a little hole right here too, if you ask me. But it is so close to that corner, it may be just best to, you know that, hey, I just got to pull that little flap back a little bit. I can get to the lower part of that seat to raise it up. Now on this side, you can see how we crisscrossed it. We got it running through here. And you know, same thing over there. We just crisscrossed these two. Charlie raised up that side right there. We kind of did that one a little different. We crisscrossed it in the middle. That way it keeps it tight. But that's how you probably want to do these. Keep them tight all the way around. And that's going to be the inside of it. I mean, I like it. I think it looks a lot better. And especially if you have kids, I want to say some of you may have car seats. And this will be great if you do have kids, because of chips and French fries and chicken nuggets. You know, they spill a little juice or something, you can just wipe it off of this, especially if you have like cloth interior. It's going to protect your interior. And then down here, the seat covers, I don't know if you see that little bar right there. but it does not interfere with the safety bars that are for car seats. And then up here at the top, you can't see it, but right back there, there's the safety straps for your car seats. So the seat covers don't interfere with that either. So don't be afraid. Well, I'll put these in there and then my car seat won't fit. They'll fit perfect, and this will also be good to protect your interior, especially if you got a newer truck like this and it's a nice interior. You don't want to just, kids will destroy it. I know his mother, which is my daughter. And quick story, one time she chewed on the side of our car, and I asked her, I said, Elizabeth, how did this get tore like that? And she said, I was gnawing on it. And I was like, gnawing on it? She's like, yeah. I said, well, if you're hungry, we can stop and get you something to eat. You don't have to eat my car. So
she held that information for me. Good to
she
know.
did. I mean, she chewed the side of a Chevrolet Malibu, tore up that, because it had like a leather right there. So anyway, it's good for little kids because, like I said, they like to destroy your car. All right, so that's going to be the end of the video. Now, if you want to get you a set of these seat covers, go down in the description. There'll be a link to the Coverado page. You can go in there and select your vehicle, see if they have seat covers for your vehicle. And don't forget, here's that promo code again, just these nuts. Put that in, that'll save you an extra 10% on your order. And going to improve your vehicle. I mean, it really is. It's going to make it look a little bit sportier on the inside, and it's also going to help to protect your seats from spills and things like that. So if you like the video, give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you got any questions. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.